What I eat in a day as an American living in Beijing. For breakfast, we stopped in a local cafe and the hutongs for an apple and cinnamon-filled brioche bun that was so soft. There could have been a little more filling though. Then we found this really cool candy shop that had an insane variety of snacks, so I got a bunch of different stuff to bring home. For lunch, we stopped to get some pork soup dumplings and a chicken leg, and I put chili oil on everything. It makes it so flavorful and spicy, and the dumplings were really soft, and then the bok choy is so crunchy. You guys have to try it. And oh my gosh, the chicken leg was so tender and moist and delicious. And I also got these deep fried brown sugar rice cakes that were so crispy, and they have this glutinous texture that's really chewy, and oh my gosh, they're so good. Then at night we went out dancing, which in China means street food. They always have these amazing street food carts right outside of the club. I got this spicy Szechuan chicken wrap that had this delicious sauce that was really salty. And you guys, this club literally sells hot pot skewers while you wait in line to get in. I think some of them were fish cakes or fish tofu. They're really chewy in texture. I also think this might have been squid, which was also really chewy and delicious. And I tried some beef balls and different sausages, and I definitely burnt my tongue because it was way too hot, but that's all for today. What I eat in a day as an American living in Beijing. I started off at Starbucks because I know they just released a bunch of new items for the Cherry Blossom Festival. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at how cute all the drinks and the cakes are. I got a few seasonal items. This was a cherry blossom and peach flavored latte that was honestly kind of disappointing. It wasn't super flavorful, but the cream on top was actually delicious. Like, I wish the whole thing was just cream. But this Sakura white peach cake totally made up for it. It was so good. It had this sweet layer of jam inside, and it was so light and fluffy and creamy. Anyway, for lunch, I headed into the mall's basement, which is a food court that's actually super common here, and it's also all decked out for the Cherry Blossom Festival. And I was craving something savory, so I got some roll jai mo. These are known as Chinese hamburgers, and they have braised pork in them, which smelled amazing. And the bun, it was so buttery and flaky, and the pork just fell apart in my mouth. And it was also only $2. And then I headed back into the food court for some gokoi, which is this really crispy flatbread. Mine had New Orleans chicken stuffed in it, and it was so crunchy. The sesame seeds add this amazing flavor as well. And then on my way home, I stopped at the Family Mart in my apartment complex, which also has lots of cool cherry blossom flavored items, and I decided to get some sushi. And you already knew I was gonna dip it in chili oil. This first one had tofu and ham in it, and then the second one had a bunch of crunchy veggies and crab, and they were both delicious. And anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating Thai food for a full day in China. On my way to work, I stopped by Hawker's, which is a giant street food marketplace in Universal, and there is so much variety here. It's insane. Oh, and you can even sit in these little food carts and eat. And you guys, I literally get 50% off here. It's so cheap. I started off with these Thai beef noodles, and the beef was so thin and tender, really flavorful. The noodles were super soft, and honestly, the broth was delicious. I can't believe that this is theme park food. And then these beef balls have an interesting texture. They're kind of elasticy, but the flavor is amazing, super meaty. And oh my gosh, this tom yum soup is one of the spiciest things I've ever had in China. It was so sour, which also just brought out the spice, and I could literally only eat like half of it. Anyway, then for dinner, I ordered takeout from a spot in the city, and look at how bougie this place is. It's so cute. And you guys, guess what? My trip to Thailand goes live today, so you can literally book it and come to Thailand with me and try all of this food. Anyway, of course I got prawn chips, and they were really light and crispy, and the prawn flavor was not overpowering at all. And then this fried chicken was so tender, and I heated it up in my air fryer so it was extra crispy. And I totally forgot to get rice, so I ate this red curry with the prawn chips, but honestly, it was my favorite thing I had all day. The flavors were amazing, and it was so thick. And then my milk tea came in a little bear. How freaking cute. It was really refreshing too. Anyway, if you want to come to Thailand with me and try this amazing food, click the link in my bio to sign up, and there's only 20 spots, so please hurry. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. What I eat in a day as an American living in Beijing. This morning at work, I tried some Chinese snacks that my friend gave me. This was a crispy egg roll, and it was so crispy. It also just kind of melted in your mouth. And these savory bread twists are super popular here. They're really crunchy and also kind of spicy. I also tried this really cute cow popsicle milk candy, and milk candy is kind of chalky almost, but they're really sweet. Then for lunch, I headed to my apartment's cafeteria, and you guys, this is one of my favorite meals I've ever had here. It was seafood, fried rice, and fried fish, and the fried fish was so crispy and the batter was so thick. Comfort food to the max. And also the seafood fried rice was delicious. It had little bits of pineapple in it and little shrimpies that were so fresh. And of course the salad was great. You have to go get this QP sesame dressing. It's so delicious. Anyway, then at night we went to this Mardi Gras party in the city, which was pretty fun, but they didn't have any food and I got really hungry and ended up ordering KFC. And if this isn't me, I don't know what is, but it was only $5 including delivery. The popcorn chicken was actually really crispy and it got there so fast, so the fries were also super fresh. And anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. What I eat in a day as an American living in Beijing. Today we explored the hutongs, which are these narrow alleyways in this really old area of Beijing, and there's so much street food. It all smells amazing. I decided to get this sticky rice cake. I think these are originally from Xi'an, and it had this honey glaze on it and dates on top. Not too sweet at all. Then we wandered into this really cool shop where they were selling cotton candy shaped like different animals, so we got a little bunny and he was so cute. Oh, and I think these were mung bean cakes, and they had some really interesting flavors. I tried this one. I think it was just black sesame, but it was called semen sesame, but I love the black sesame flavor. It's so rich. And this one was called purple potato flowing heart. I think it was taro, but it had this cream on the inside. A really interesting flavor combo. Oh, that's my friend Steph. And then you guys, we literally just stumbled upon this tiny dumpling spot in the hutongs called Mr. Xi's Dumplings that we've been looking for months. You can draw on the walls and they have like the best dumplings in Beijing. We got a bunch of fried dumplings. These pork and cabbage ones were so crispy and the meat flavor was so savory. They were delicious. And then we also got a chicken one that was just as good. Oh my gosh, these were so good, you guys. And we were so excited because they also had dessert dumplings, so you dip them in milk, and this one had chocolate and banana in it, and it was so sweet and so yummy. And that's all for today. Only eating vegetarian for a full day in China. I've gotten so many requests for this video, and this week I'm staying in the Beijing Hutong, so I thought I'd start off with some stinky tofu. I could smell this place from down the street, so I knew I had to get some. They were fried fresh just for me, and of course I got all of the toppings. So stinky tofu definitely has a strong odor, but it doesn't taste like that at all. It's kind of creamy on the inside, a little bit cheesy, and then super crispy on the outside, and it was spicy because of all of the toppings. Delicious. Then I saw this vendor selling coconut eggs, so I had to try some. He shaves off the entire hard outside and you're left with this like egg, and you just drink the milk, which is absolutely delicious. It's so sweet, and then you eat the meat. Yum! And there are actually so many different vegetarian street food options. I didn't know what to get, but I saw these giant mango smoothies that looked amazing. They were loaded with cream and mango shaved ice, and they were so fresh, not too sweet at all. I think they're originally from Thailand or Indonesia, but yeah, they were so delicious. And then for dinner, we went to this place called Zara, where they literally have pizza-filled baozi, and this spinach one was one of the best I have ever had in my life. It was so soft and herby and cheesy, delicious. I also tried this margarita one that was filled with this marinara sauce that was so tangy and thick. And oh, we also got a pepperoni one that I didn't eat, but look at this cheese pull, you guys. Oh my gosh. They also sold pasta with plant-based meat. This is called jin ro. It's really popular here, and it was actually so good, seasoned perfectly and really spicy. And yeah, I think it's super easy to eat vegetarian in China. Everything was delicious today, and that is all for today. Thanks for watching. Come eat spicy hot pot with me in China. This place called Non-Hot Pot in Beijing is so popular, there's almost always a wait time. You fill out everything you want on this sheet of paper, and you start off at this giant sauce station where, of course, Sean helped me make a sauce, and I'll drop his recipe in the comments for you guys. Then they come pour your water, and this place is so spicy, even the air makes you sneeze and cough. And look at all the food, you guys. I was so excited. They also give you sesame oil, which I think helps with the spice. And once the water is boiling, you can start cooking your meat. I started off with this lamb that was really tender and yummy. And then I also got this chicken that had spicy peppers on it in case the spicy hot pot wasn't hot enough. Oh, and then they gave me this little bib so I don't spill on myself. And I tried this stomach, which actually was one of my favorite things all night. It was so tender and delicious. And look at this cute little potato. You can't cook them too long or they literally dissolve in the water. They're so soft and yummy. And be careful with the tofu because it soaks up all of the water and all of the spice, and it gets so hot. And you guys, look at this amazing shaved ice dessert. It was huge. It has this sweet grape syrup and cream on top, and it's also filled with red beans and boba. Absolutely delicious. I also love the lotus fruit. It's really crunchy and it soaks up the spice so well. Oh, and you guys, I tried blood for the first time, which was so yummy. It's really soft and just kind of tastes like jello-y almost. And finally, we got these brown sugar rice cakes for dessert that were so chewy and crispy and sweet. Oh, and on the way out, you can go through this machine that gets rid of some of the smell from your clothes, but you'll still probably smell really spicy, so go ahead and wash all of your clothes. noodles. And anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating Western food for a full day in China. Today I went shopping at the Pearl Markets, which is this huge indoor marketplace, and they have a McDonald's in the basement, which is actually really common here. I ordered a large Diet Coke. Yes, this is the largest you can get. And even in China, the McDonald's soda is the best. It has the most carbonation. It's super fizzy. And then I also got some spicy chicken wings. And you guys, these are some of the best fast food chicken wings I have ever had. They're so crispy and spicy. And this is the largest salad you can order at McDonald's in China. It came with sesame dressing though, but it does not compare to the QP dressing. Anyway, then for dinner we went to a Western restaurant in the Hutongs called Wiggly Jigglies, where they were literally playing cartoons like Tom and Jerry. And I ordered this tuna salad that was actually delicious. The dressing was really tangy and it was super fresh. But my friend's curry was just okay. It was kind of watery, honestly. And then for a late night snack, we ordered from Annie's, which is the best Italian food in Beijing. They have real garlic bread, which is kind of hard to find here. And the fettuccine alfredo is so thick and creamy and cheesy. And the pizza sauce is so tangy. It's also so cheap. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. You guys, I'm so excited. Okay, so it's almost spring in China, which means it's cherry blossom season, and they have all these really cool seasonal snacks, and I just got a bunch of them, so we're gonna try some. So these are grapefruit and sakura flavored Oreos. So cute. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, these are so good. Wow. So these are actually shrimp flavored. They're called peach blossom shrimp because they're pink. Ooh. Definitely not a strong shrimp flavor, but they're really good, really salty. I also got this really cute cake from my apartment's cafeteria. I'm not sure if it's peach blossom flavor, but this is a peach on top, so I don't know, but it's really pretty. Oh my gosh, wow. That is so good. It kind of has like a berry taste. And last but not least, we've got Sakura Pocky. I think this is my favorite one so far. Wait, what does that taste like? Kind of floral. You have to try these. Bye, guys. What I eat in a day as an American living in Beijing. For breakfast, my friend Sean brought a bunch of cakes into work. This meringue one literally melted in my mouth and it was so chocolatey. This one was filled with taro and it was so fluffy and the taro was so thick and delicious. But this cheese-filled one was my favorite. The cheese was so creamy and it was really savory too. Then I headed to the Family Mart in my apartment complex where I saw all these really tiny sodas. Like, look at how cute and small they are. Oh, and they also had a bunch of sakura flavored snacks for cherry blossom season. So I decided to get this Taiyaki Ice Cream. The outside was a crispy waffle and it was filled with strawberry ice cream, but it also had a layer of like pop rocks. I don't know, but they exploded in my mouth. I was not expecting it and it was so good. And then for dinner, I headed to my apartment's cafeteria where I got some dumplings. I dipped them in soy sauce and chili oil, of course, and they were filled with pork and cabbage. They were so soft and flavorful. And then it also came with a lemon tea that had little bubbles in it like boba. And then for dessert, one of my local friends made me this Japanese egg cake that literally melted in my mouth. It was so cinnamony too. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching.